Good afternoon and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We are coming to you live from the bog, our Nantucket Community Ice Rink, as the Nantucket varsity girls hockey team plays host to the Barnstable Redhawks. Thanks for joining us here in the NSC. I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports, alongside Sean Davis, who provide us with all the visuals from the ice. Charles Douglas, of course, the brains of the operation at NCTV Sports. Jackie V makes us look cool all over the interweb and the medias. And we've got a special treat for you today. DC Collins up in the booth with us. He'll be taking over later on in the second period and third period. So thanks very much for joining us here. We'll take a break here on the NSC and get to our game preview in just a moment. I want to thank our founding sponsor for the NSC on NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They've made the students of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic support on Nantucket and have continued that mission through their support of our live broadcasts of Nantucket Whalers athletic events. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Nation. The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
Want to welcome you back to the bog here as the girls continue their warm-ups. The Whalers, under first-year head coach Andrew McNeely, had an instant boost with the return of a few players from injuries against DY, albeit in a losing effort. They scored 5 goals in an 8-5 losing effort. Bailey Lower, the senior co-captain, got back on the ice, had her first home game, and man, she let the Whalers Nation know while she will graduate as one of the most decorated student athletes the Whalers have had in quite some time. She scored 4 times and had an assist in the 8-5 loss. And until then, Nantucket hadn't mustered more than 2 goals in a game. So Lower has been saddled with an ankle injury, held her out of the line up until the Vineyard game, and she was restricted on minutes in that game as well. So her presence on the ice certainly gives fellow seniors Claire Mizzarelli and Emerson Pekarchik the freedom to roam and get open, and certainly a help on the defensive end, where they will now lean on Ruby Muse, who will be in net for the remainder of this season, as she has asserted herself as the next goalie for Nantucket. The other side of that injury bug was lack of depth. And for the Whalers, they can now run 3 solid lines, including a power play unit that has 8th grader B. Holland on it. And McNeely will certainly rely on a slew of underclass skaters to improve here in the final few games of the year, as the future of the program will need this kind of varsity experience. You just cannot practice game speed at the varsity level. So some of those 8th graders and freshmen will get a trial by fire. And today will be one of those, as the Redhawks come in a playoff-bound Division I team. Big challenge today. But again, no quit in this team. Absolutely not. This will be a much different game than the 11-1 loss that the Whalers had against the Redhawks off island. The aforementioned Redhawks under head coach Peter Nunez will be headed back to the playoffs. They are currently ranked number 28 in the D1 power rankings. Again, a little different in hockey, just 2 divisions, 1 and 2. So a lot of teams to pick from. They are led by Allie McEnany. She is a 5-year starter for the Redhawks, already surpassed the 100 career point total. Actually got her 100th point against the Whalers in the first meeting this year. So she will have to be on the Whalers defensive scouting report, but it doesn't matter. Number 25 is just going to be hard to contend with. Grace Holden, another scoring threat for Barnstable. She had 2 goals in their last game against DY, and the Redhawks have had some tough times here. They've lost their last 4 and had a tie, so they're 0-4-1 in their last 5 games, looking to right the ship a bit here as they do their final push for the playoffs. I just received note that starting goalie Mili Raspanti, who's played the entire year after coming from back surgery, recovering this year. She's also their field hockey starting goalie, has mono, so she will not start tonight. I'm going to see who they actually have starting in goal here for the Redhawks. We'll get a number as Chip Clooney will give us the starting lineups here shortly, but could be very interesting if they have a younger goalie in net today. Again, the Whalers can definitely score. It's a matter of getting back and avoiding penalties, avoiding silly mishaps in the defensive end, getting those clears and take the icing. It doesn't matter. Reset it. So we'll see if the Redhawks can right the ship or if the Whalers can pull off a big upset here this afternoon. About a minute left here in our warm-ups. We'll be back shortly with the starting lineups, national anthem, and the opening face-off right here on the NSC and NCTV.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us, be a part of our community.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
I want to welcome you back to the bog here. Starting lineups for Barnstable being announced. Riley King, one of the co-captains, senior. Paige Huntington, number 30, sophomore, will be in net. Sadie Patterson, one of that super soft class for the Whalers. Mason Lower, junior, 3-sport athlete. Older sister of Mason, of course, coming off a 4-goal game, 5-point game. Sarah O'Banion, just an 8th grader, getting the starting nod today. Samantha Barrett, number 10. And as we mentioned, the future of the Nantucket Whalers varsity team in net, Ruby Muse. All right, Whalers Nation, the stage is set here. Girls with a few games left here on the schedule. We will have them again on Monday as they host the Sandwich Blue Knights, the Lady Blue Knights. Always a challenge now out in the South Shore League, of course, so only play them once on the schedule. And of course, the boys have a huge matchup coming up on Friday, and I am happy to announce that we are going to be taking our show on the road and heading over to Gallo to bring you that game. Should be a matchup of the Titans, of course. Last year's state semifinal had the Blue Knights bounce our boys in what was a neutral site, apparently. But the boys are ready. As you may have heard, I was able to catch assistant coach Brian Larrabee, and man, if you could have seen the fire in his eyes when I started talking about Sandwich, those boys are ready. But we've got a game at hand here. Bailey Lowe are in the circle, and we are underway from the bog. At mid-ice, advancing number 9, Allie McEnany. There you go. First shot is deflected wide, but Barnstable gains possession. Again, Whalers got to get clears. Here's an advance by McEnany, shot, and a score 30 seconds in. She was able to sneak it by Muse's stick side. Not much room there, but it didn't take much. And 27 seconds actually into the game, Barnstable jumps ahead 1-0. So again, that's the sort of stuff that Whalers just got to get it clear on that. You cannot play toe-to-toe with this team in the defensive end. Again, that's fine. Take the icing and reset it. Zadroga sent it in. And they will travel down the river for a face-off inside the Barnstable offensive end. And back to the point it goes. Sent in on net. Oh, nice save by Muse with the stick and another save. Good position to get her pad up because that was coming on strong, and no icing on the call. Over a stick and back to the neutral zone as Barnstable dumps and will chase. Behind the net, another juicy spot, and unable to get a stick on it, went through the crease. Dangerous play again as Barnstable keeps the pressure on here. Deflected off a stick. Board pass goes and out of the zone. Redhawks have to reset. They get back onside quickly. That's number 19. And a shot and a save by Muse. Get that out of there. Here's McEnany. Circles around. behind the net. Pass to the crease, deep crease, shot, blocked just wide. Rebound came through. Unfortunately, a Whalers defender there, and they get a clear. But the Red Hawks have come out here with a vengeance. Already putting one in. 6 shots on goal already. None for the Whalers, as they're going to have to get one of those 3 between Pekarczyk, Lower, and Mizzarelli loose and get it out of this end. Another shot deflects wide, a redirect attempt by number 21, Riley King. And again, pressure kept in here. Behind the net, nobody on McEnany, and that's a dangerous proposition. She'll reverse it back and get it back behind the net once again. Pass into the crease. Rebound, Muse is down and dives on top of it. Nice reactions from Ruby Muse. As again, the Whalers in a tightrope there, balancing between trying to get it clear and protecting the net. But at 12:39, we'll have another face-off. Whalers already down 1-0. And again, Barnstable controls the draw, gets it out. Oh, nice pass, backhanded shot, save by Muse with the leg. Again, keeping the pressure on here. Finally, B. Holland gets to it, sends it over to O'Banion. Just get it across the blue line, make him reset. And the Whalers do it, heads all the way back into the offensive end, but red jerseys there to gather the puck. Here's O'Banion battling along the boards. Estella Groh in the mix as well. She tries to flip it and tipped out of the zone. Whalers send it in. Everybody's on side. Again, Groh and O'Banion there for Nantucket to try and keep it in. But Barnstable gets it clear and the arm goes up. We'll see if we get a whistle here. It looks like maybe a Barnstable player guilty of a trip or icing. So faceoff comes inside the Whalers end at 11:42. Again, down just 1-0 here. Lower chases after behind the net. She gets to it. Pass into the crease. Ooh, we had a player there, but unable to connect with Sadie Patterson, who was posted up inside the crease. Again, Lower tries to chase after it, warded off. Pass into the crease, nicely done. Cleared out by the Whalers defense. That was O'Banion who got to it. And Barnstable resets. McEnany gains the zone and has some space. Backhanded attempt, saved by Muse. Just cannot give number 9 that much space though. Here she's got it again. Pass deflected away. Along the boards and cleared out of the zone nicely by the Whalers defense. But the Redhawks back into the zone quickly. Good poke check. And back to the point it goes. Sent in, oh, nearly a one-time goal as Muse was out of position on the backside, and offside going to be the call as it leaked over the blue line. 10:37 left here in the first period, still a 1-0 score. So the Whalers have bogged down here a little bit on the defensive end, but a couple of missed opportunities by Barnstable, moreover, have kept this a 1-0 score. And Mizzarelli tips it into the zone and will chase. She'll get to it first behind the net. She's got some help, but it's Barnstable getting to it first and clearing the zone. No icing as Whalers are able to get to it. Blocked, nicely done and stolen by McEnany. Oh no, by number 4, excuse me. That's Claire Hazard down on the ice. And the Whalers will get a clear. Here's B. Holland, again, just an 8th grader, skating at the varsity level. Gets it into the offensive end. Whalers have yet to get a shot on goal. Let's see if number 17 can make something happen here. As it's sent around to the point, Zadroga is there to keep it in. And finally cleared out of the zone. 9:30 left here in the first period, still a 1-0 score. And nice clear. Lower able to get to it with her skate. But Barnstable controls here at mid-ice. Gain the zone with Avery Braley. Here's McEnany. She makes a move behind the defense. But the Whalers are there to recover. Pass goes through the crease, and Mason Lower able to get to it. And unable to get the clear, however. Barnstable retains possession. McEnany stops, weaving her way through the defense. Shot whizzes into the net. Over the shoulder of Muse, and McEnany putting on a show already. She's got 2. Second comes with 8:54 left in the first period. So Barnstable up 2-0 again, just McEnany too talented to get that one through. That's got to be, what, 8 or 9 shots on goal now for Barnstable. None for the Whalers. Again, mid-ice. Barnstable gains the zone. Whalers back in defense. Shot saved by Muse once again. Pass will venture all the way through, but icing waved off. Mizzarelli there to disrupt. But Barnstable gets it across the blue line, and Whalers will have to get reset here. Holland backhands it into the zone. She'll come back to the bench to tag out. And it'll be poke checked around Chibnik, and here's McEnany. She'll gain the zone. Onside, good pass to the slot. Shot, saved by Muse, rebound. Still loose and out of the zone, fortunately for Nantucket. Barnstable goes cross ice and gets it back in. Catherine Buckler gains the zone, avoids one. Pass or shot goes just wide of the net. And high off the glass and all the way down, spinning into the offensive end. So the Whalers get a clear. Lower stops it, unable to keep possession, however. Shot saved by Muse, going across the net. Great job by Ruby Muse to thwart that effort. Along the boards, Lower able to get to it. And she'll try and make a move to the center of the ice. Avoids one, avoids another, backhanded shot, save. Good positioning by Paige Huntington. First shot on goal for the Whalers. Already with 13 shots on goal for Barnstable. Again, those are unofficial numbers, but they're as official as we need them. 6:55 to play here in the first period. Whalers down 2-0. Lower gets to it. Tries to go negative angle for the second shot on goal for Nantucket. Redhawks get to it. Play it along the boards. Nobody at the point for Nantucket. And here comes Barnstable. Good defensive positioning by O'Banion to break that breakaway up. And Whalers get a clear. And some fresh skaters. Here's Mizzarelli, just over her stick, but she'll get back on defense. Played back to the point, shot. Zips by Muse over the net. And the Whalers able to get it across the blue line for a quick clear. Groh tips it. But again, nothing but red jerseys there as it goes through the neutral zone. Out to mid-ice. Nice physical play by the Whalers. And that one comes right at us. How you doing up here, Shawnee? We just said that earlier in the game. I was talking to DC, he said, oh yeah, we haven't had a puck come up here yet. I broadcaster jinxed myself. All good. I had my notepad to protect myself. There you go. We'll have a fresh reset. Here's McEnany. Backhanded attempt pass, and Muse is unable to recover. Oh, she did. She got the stick down and saved it. Or do they give the goal? Thank you. Save was made by Muse. Unbelievable save there. Again, she's got all the makings. It's just a matter of getting her playing time. Pass goes through. That will be waved off. Thank you, sir. I got my roster back in hand after getting blasted in the chest from a puck. I'm glad it didn't come at the face, man. That's the moneymaker. Whalers unable to get anything organized, and here comes Barnstable back. Good poke check away by O'Banion. As play continues, sent around the boards. Patterson is there and able to get it out of the zone. Lower gives chase, but McEnany is there first. B. Holland gets a skate on it and flips it out. Barnstable will have to get reorganized. 4:40 left here in the first period, 2-0. McEnany up ahead. Whalers defense is there. Bounding puck through the crease. Lucky there, and Lower able to get to it. She'll just send it out and heads to the bench. Estella Groh bothers, and it'll be a dump and chase for Barnstable as they get a fresh group of skaters as well. Cross ice it comes. Holland is there to intercept and get the clear. Nicely done by the Whalers defense. It will be, just a millisecond away from Miserelli to get the icing. Clock will stop at 4:02, in theory. 2-0 our score. Whalers have only mustered a couple of shots on goal. 16 shots already by Barnstable. 2 have scored, and it's a 2-0 deficit for Nantucket as we are under 4 minutes to play here in the first period. Redhawks have to get back on side and do so. Whalers will send it down the river, and icing waved off as number 21, Riley King, gets it up, and she will gain the zone. Shot, scores. Top shelf shot goes over Muse. Nice wrister by number 21 as she went coast to coast. One of the co-captains and another senior. There's 9 of them on the Redhawks team. At 3:37, Riley King makes it 3-0. Again, Muse was down awaiting something lower, and it just went right over her head. So a good, well-placed shot by Riley King as the Redhawks have jumped ahead 3-0 here in the first period. And quickly into the offensive end, but intercepted. Pass back. Grace Holden now. Sends it back to the point. And flip back in behind the net. Holden waits for it. She's got it, and the Whalers able to get a couple of sticks on it, but unable to get the clear. Off the boards and sent back to the point. Whiffed on initially by number 18. Good defense by Nantucket. And kept in still. Holland chases after it, gets a skate on it, but again, unable to get it across that blue line. And finally the Whalers sneak it off and force the Redhawks to reset. And it'll be O'Banion chasing behind the net. Flips it along the boards as a couple of players collide. 3 all day. It got a glove down as well. No whistle. And finally a whistle on Barnstable. It'll be a penalty at 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Grace Holden will skate to the bench and stay separate from the team for a couple of minutes here as the Whalers can eke their way back in this thing with a power play goal. It'll be Mizzarelli, B. Holland, Bailey Lower, Sadie Patterson, and Mason Lower to start things as Mason gets to it, cross ice. Mizzarelli with a slapper, blocked. And here comes that girl, McEnany, weaving her way through a couple of defenders, trying to go shorthanded, backhanded attempt, save! She stays with it, however. And again, Barnstable can use up some precious seconds here and try to go shorthanded. Into the zone it goes, but Barnstable is there. Flipped up ahead, McEnany leak in, but, or no, that's actually Avery Braley. She gets to it first. Mizzarelli is there to meet her. Cross ice it goes. And leaks back into the offensive end for Barnstable. And the Whalers got to get something going here. Still 1:10 left on the power play. But Barnstable's had the bigger possession. Good move, nice deke, shot, score. Shorthanded goal for McEnany. As she's already got a hat trick here in the first period. And she scores the shorthanded goal for the hat trick. And it's now 4-0. Barnstable with the lead, and they are approaching 20 shots on goal here in the first period. Dumped in behind the Whalers defense. It'll be Zadroga skating after it. As the Whalers will try and get something offensive organized here. Still 45 seconds left on the power play. Poke checked away. And over the stick of the Whalers offensive player. Eliza Mansfield tried to get something going, unable to do so. Shot goes over the net by Barnstable. Again, trying to get another shorthanded goal here. Pass goes into the crease, and the Whalers come ahead. 30 seconds left in the period, just 15 seconds left on the power play. Claire Hazard with a shot, saved by Ruby Muse with a stick. Lower advances, back to even strength. Lower shot, saved by Paige Huntington. Just the third shot on goal for the Whalers. Shot clock will stop with 7 seconds left, 7.6 exactly. 4-0 our score as we have just 7 seconds left here in the first period. And despite the Redhawks playing with a sophomore in net, the Whalers have mustered that's 6 players. Got to have somebody off. Oh, they're playing with an empty net. Nice. Try and take advantage of the face-off here and get a quick shot. But unfortunately, the Redhawks win the face-off and will off the post. So the Whalers get a lucky break there. I got pegged with a puck. We had a shot, empty net shot go off the post. And unfortunately, the Whalers are going to skate to the locker room here down 4-0 at the end of one period. The Redhawks put up 21 shots on goal to just 3 for Nantucket. Going to have to be a little bit better at that as we will take a break here in the NSC and NCTV. We'll be back with period number 2. DC Collins going to be on the mic for the remainder of the game. Thanks very much to him, and of course, come on back for period number 2. Whalers down 4-0.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
Back out to Perry for three. Good! Nice rebound by Jaquan Francis into Halleck again. Whalers streak ahead, 2-on-1 shot. Score! That got inside the post. The clear Whalers shot. Save! Carol Allen! Face 2-1. Puts it up from half court. Good! Justin Boyce! Front. Gotta score! The card check was able to lift it up from LeBell. Third dribble. Pass. Quincy Sullivan with a good looking shot and hits. Gets in and scores! Halleck denies. Halleck denies again. Shot saved. Griffin Starr. Into it. Aguilar, nice little fake. Runs up and puts it in. Streaks ahead, shot, score! Just like that, baby! That's what I'm talking about!
The board of Nantucket Youth Lacrosse and the coaches are wildly passionate about the sport of lacrosse and teaching it to Nantucket's kids. I'm Gary McCarthy, president of Nantucket Youth Lacrosse. The dedication of not only the players, but the parents and coaches to running this program is really inspiring.
So what I love about the Learn to Play program is when I show up every day, the kids are coming smiling and all they want to do is have fun.
This is my third year coaching the girls Learn to Play lacrosse team here. What I really like about it is that for those that are newer to sports, they're learning leadership skills, team building, communication. They're learning not only just how to pick up and pass and catch and shoot in lacrosse. There's so much more to be gained.
The beauty of this program is to grow the love of playing and then to grow the love of the game of lacrosse and playing the game of lacrosse.
I first got involved with Nantucket Youth Lacrosse back in 2012 when we had one U15 team, and it has grown tremendously. It has been incredible to be a part of such a program.
My passion for coaching I didn't know was there until I started. Being on the lacrosse board and helping out coaching has allowed me to kind of give back to Nantucket since it is such a wonderful community.
We're driven as a board to promote inclusiveness across social, cultural, and economic backgrounds. With your assistance, financial assistance, we've been able to do that. We've given scholarships for both registration and lacrosse equipment to over 60 kids. We've also partnered with the Nantucket Boys and Girls Club for all the first and second grade Learn to Play program and made the program completely free.
What this has done for us collectively with both teams has brought together a team spirit.
When I first moved here, I found myself kind of looking towards sports and my coaches and teammates to make relationships. But when I got on the practice field and strapped up, that's really where I took off.
It gives them an opportunity to meet their new friends that they may not see in the class all the time, have that team effort and support and friendships that are built. And it's also teaching them a new sport, which is really exciting as well.
Without the youth program, our high school team wouldn't be where we are today. A lot of that is because we've been able to bridge the gap between the youth program and the high school program. They all work together. They start working on plays when they're in U11, U13, and then they fine-tune them at U15, and it gives us the opportunity to grow.
And that's what it is. It's a pipeline. And if the bigger you can start the pipeline early, the more the high school is going to benefit in the end.
The time that they're able to spend together on the boat, on the bus, hanging out, our 50-minute game is actually an 8-hour game. These girls grow up together, they learn to work together, they learn how to travel together. It's one of the better organizations on the island, and I'm proud to say I was a part of it.
And welcome back to the Bog here at Nantucket Ice Rink on Nantucket. I'm DC Collins. Thank you very much to Chris Morris for play-by-play duties in the first period. 15 minutes up on the board as we're ready to start the second period with Barnstable on top of Nantucket by a 4-0 score. Their best player, Alyssa McEnany for Barnstable, number 9, a hat trick so far. Nantucket really unable to get much going in the first period. See how they fare here in periods 2 and 3. 23-3 shots on goal in favor of Barnstable in that first period. It has been all Red Hawks so far in the red jerseys. As the puck is loose at neutral ice, Whalers pick it up. Whalers headed right to left across your TV and computer screens here in the second period. Now Barnstable with it. Here's De Silva moving on the left-hand side. Collision there against Chibnik, the freshman for Nantucket. She loses her stick, but now the Whalers with a 2-on-2 as they move forward. This is Mizzarelli with it, fires a shot. Save made there by Huntington as she steers it aside along the near corner. Nantucket with only 3 shots on goal in the first period. It's their first one here in the second period. Barnstable on the move though. Here's Braley, the senior. Cross ice pass, that is intercepted, now taken by Mines. Mines tries to fire a shot and it ricochets back out to center ice as Barnstable will collect. And a whistle stops play as that will be offsides against Barnstable.
13:47 remaining here in the second period, and a 4-0 lead for the Redhawks. A reminder, our next broadcast is tomorrow. Nantucket boys ice hockey team will take on Monomoy and Mashpee. 1:30 our coverage will start here on the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV. Face-off set for 2 o'clock. It's senior day, so come on out to the bog here on Nantucket to recognize the seniors. If you can't, watch it on the Nantucket Sports Connection YouTube TV and also on NCTV Comcast Channel 1072. Back underway with 13:27 to play in the second period. Barnstable with the puck with a 4-0 lead over Nantucket as they move ahead. Over the blue line is Edwards, still with it, tries a centering pass. Fans on that as Buckler for Nantucket had it for a moment. And now a loose puck right in front, a save made, and the puck now goes behind the net as Muse had to put her skate out to make the save. This puck goes along the near side of the goal, and the Whalers still trying to clear. It's still loose out in front, and finally jumping out to cover that up is Muse. Stops the fracas and gets a whistle to stop play with 12:58 remaining here in the second period. Face off to the left of the goaltender, Ruby Muse, in the Nantucket zone. Whalers able to get it out to center ice. They turn it over, though, and here's Buckler with it. Whalers now have it. They trail 4-0. And now it's intercepted, and here comes Holden the other way. Over the blue line is Buckler. Nantucket again intercepts and will send it all the way down, and a whistle will stop play. This will be icing against the Whalers with 12:36 to play here in the second period. And the face-off all the way back in the Whalers zone. 26-5 shots on goal in favor of Barnstable. Face-off won by Nantucket. Looking to move ahead. It is 1-on-4. Plowing her way through is Lower. Puck gets taken off her stick, though. Nantucket able to keep it in the zone momentarily. So showing a little bit extra pressure here in the second period. Again, Nantucket really ineffective in the first period. Puck sent all the way down, and here's Miserelli with it. She'll wrap it around the boards along the far side as the Whalers look to clear right at their own blue line. Puck loose at neutral ice. Here's Miserelli with it. Loses her stick. Actually, that's Lower loses her stick. Now picking it up is Lower. Bailey Lower had it. Still has it. Along the half boards in the Barnstable end. 11:53 to go in the second period. Barnstable with a 4-0 lead. Whalers showing some pressure right now as Barnstable finally able to clear. It's bounced back in, and Nantucket will go for a line change. Picked up there by Sonobin. Dumps it out to neutral ice. Shibnick with it for a moment for Nantucket. Loses control. Puck loose in the Nantucket end. And here's Mansfield with it. Mansfield gets it taken off her stick. Here's Holden with it for Barnstable. Looking for a centering opportunity. And the shot is steered wide by Mines. Barnstable will go for a line change. It's Nantucket, if they hurry, can have a 3-on-2 as they break out of their own end. And a pass goes astray, and Braley picks it up for Barnstable. Taken down right in front of us. No penalty called, and now there will be a penalty as we get a whistle that stops play. With 11:01 remaining and an interference call against the Whalers. So Barnstable with their first power play opportunity this afternoon. They've already scored a shorthanded goal. And the faceoff will come all the way back in the Whalers' end as the interference call will go against Estella Groh, the sophomore, number 5 for Nantucket. 2 minutes in the box. McEnany wins the faceoff for Barnstable. They're on the power play. 10:55 to go in the second period. 1:55 to go on the power play. Shot on net, and it's covered up there by Muse. Still loose, and finally the official blows the whistle, and that will stop play with 10:48 to go in the second period. And 1:48 to go on the power play opportunity for Barnstable. Redhawks with 28 shots on goal in this game, Nantucket with only 5. Face off won by Barnstable. Now it's taken away. And here's Mizzarelli for Nantucket. Headman pass, shorthanded opportunity for Nantucket, but unable to catch up to it is Lower. As going back for Barnstable is Riley King. And King will send a pass all the way across the blue line and down the other end, and a whistle will stop play. That'll be icing against Barnstable. So the faceoff will come back in Barnstable's end. 10:23 to go in the second, 4-0 Barnstable, 1:22 to go on the power play for the Red Hawks. And a 4-0 lead for Barnstable right now. Face-off won by Nantucket. As Lower will wrap it around the boards. Whalers still with control in the Barnstable end. Red Hawks looking for an outlet pass. And they still play keep away in their own end as Hazard tries to deke her way around Lower. Cross-ice pass in over the line. Here's Wing with it. Wing to the slot, gets stopped there, and a great defensive play by Lower for Nantucket to pick up the puck and send it all the way back down the ice. 9:50 to play in the second period. Barnstable up 4-0. Red Hawks still with 44 seconds to go on the power play. Along the far side, here's Hazard moving through the circle, fires the shot and scores. Oh, she went top shelf and put it right by Ruby Muse. It's a power play goal for Barnstable with 9:40 to go in the second period. The Red Hawks now have a 5-0 lead over Nantucket. So Hazard picks up the goal. It's a power play goal. And so a 5-0 lead right now for Barnstable. 9:30 to go in the second period as the Whalers clear out to neutral ice. De Silva has it for Barnstable. Now moves it over to Bertling. Bertling has it knocked off her stick. Battle for it right underneath our broadcast position here at the Bog on Nantucket. Now a battle for it along the near boards and a whistle and a stoppage of play. And it looks like the Red Hawks will be called for a penalty. Holding penalty. That'll go against Leah Bertling, the freshman, number 22. So a golden opportunity for the Whalers here. They've given up a shorthanded goal and given up a power play goal. But Barnstable will be a player down for the next 2 minutes if everything holds true. Sent into the Barnstable end. King with it. Goes behind the net for the Red Hawks. Looking to clear down the ice. Whalers hold it in momentarily, but now it's shot all the way down, and Nantucket will have to start over again. Mason Lower, the junior, goes back behind the net to pick it up, plays it along the far side to Bailey Lower, the senior, for Nantucket. Puck loose at neutral ice. Picked up there by Riley King, who will flutter it back into the Nantucket end. 1:20 to go on the power play for the Whalers. 8:30 to play in the second period. Barnstable up 5-0. For Nantucket, this is Holland with it. Holland trying to skate through the zone, gets it knocked off her stick. Now a shot by Mizzarelli gets blocked and bounces out to neutral ice. As the Whalers look to send it back in, here comes Barnstable the other way. A couple of players go to the bench for a line change for Barnstable. 55 seconds left to go for the Whalers as they skate in over the line. Off to the near side, Barnstable picks it up, clears it all the way back down with 47 seconds to go on the power play, and Muse didn't realize it took a bad bounce off the boards and went right in front of her through the crease. This is Lower with it for Nantucket, fires a shot, and that one ripped wide. Still held into the zone at the near point. Great job by Mizzarelli to pinch in. 26 seconds to go on the power play for the Whalers. They trail 5-0, 7:37 to go here in the second period. Sent all the way down by Barnstable, races the puck. Mizzarelli's the first one to get there. She was chased by Braley of Barnstable. Now moves it up ahead, and that puck is deflected. Should not be icing. It is, though, as the whistle stops play with 7:23 to go in the second period. You can hear some of the Nantucket coaches saying she tipped it, which it looked like a Barnstable player did. Officials didn't see it, though, and the faceoff will come all the way back on the Whalers' end. 10 seconds to go on the Whalers power play. They trail 5-0, 7:23 to go in the second period here at the Bog on Nantucket. Mansfield to take the draw for Nantucket. Barnstable has it though, and now it's cleared out to center ice. Power play is over as Bertling comes out of the box, joins the 4 to make 5, and we are back to full strength hockey for both sides. So Nantucket 0 for 2 on the power play so far this afternoon. Here's De Silva with it, fires a shot, that one hits the outside of the post, centering pass, that one goes right through the crease. Whalers pick it up, and they'll clear it all the way down the ice. Will not have enough steam for icing, as going back to pick it up is Spagone for Barnstable. Plays it along the near boards, out to center ice, race for it right now. On our horses, Baroni, and a whistle will stop play, and that will be icing against Barnstable with 6:39 to go in the second. Barnstable up 5-0. Shots on goal are 29-6 in favor of Barnstable right now. Face off to the right of the goaltender, Huntington, in the Red Hawk zone. Barnstable wins it. Nantucket had control for a moment as they spin it back behind the net. And with it is Lower. Gets it back out to the far point. Shot on goal. That one deflected wide. Battle for it right in front. Puck still loose. And now Barnstable will just wrap it around the glass along the near side. Red Hawks outlet. Picked up there by Nantucket. Right along the Red Hawks bench, right at the blue line, and a whistle stops play. And I believe we'll get an offsides call against the Red Hawks. 6:06 remaining in the second, and a 5-0 lead for Barnstable. It was offsides. And a line change for both teams right now. Don't forget our next broadcast tomorrow. Nantucket boys hockey team will take on Monomoy Mashpee. It is senior day. Festivities begin just after 1 o'clock, or 1:30 Eastern time. Face off at 2 o'clock. If you can't make it out here to the Bog, be sure to tune in on the Nantucket Sports Connection YouTube or NCTV Comcast channel 1072. Chris Morris will have the call for you. Face off at 2 o'clock tomorrow here on the Nantucket Sports Connection. Whalers with the puck. Shot, that one is deflected high up in the air, still loose in the slot. And now the Red Hawks grab control, play it off along the boards, and out to center ice. Sent back in by the Whalers, but it's picked up by King for Barnstable. Headman pass to Buckler, rubbed off the puck there by O'Bannon. And now the Red Hawks get it, that's Sonovan at her own blue line. Off the boards, trying to play it up ahead with a full head of steam. Here's Holden. Holden already has a goal today. Whalers intercept though, puck still loose. Top of the far circle, skating in with it is King. Fires a shot, and Muse makes the save for Nantucket with 5:01 to go in the second period. And Barnstable up by a score of 5-0. Wholesale line changes for both teams right now as the faceoff will come to the right of the goaltender, Ruby Muse, the freshman, stepping in net for Nantucket on this Saturday afternoon. Bailey Lower will take the faceoff against McEnany for Barnstable. Won by the Red Hawks. Puck loose, picked up there by Nantucket, sent along the far boards. They clear it, and it's out. 2-on-2 developing, but there's McEnany, who, if you watch most of this game today, McEnany, number 9 in red for Barnstable, seems like she's at twice the speed of the rest of the players on the ice, including her own teammates for Barnstable. Just a great athlete right there and knows how to turn on the afterburners. Barnstable picks it up, plays it along the boards. Braley with it over the blue line along the far side. Poke back out to neutral ice, and here comes Nantucket. That's Lower with it. Lower with a breakaway, top of the right circle, moving in, and tries to go to the backhand, but a great poke check by Huntington, the goaltender for Barnstable. First real good scoring opportunity for Nantucket in a very long time, as Lower put the Jets on and skated right through the crease. Now back out up top. Here's the Drogo with it. Passes off to the far side. Mazzarelli fires a shot. It's still loose, and a whistle stops play with 3:59 to go here in the second period. Barnstable up 5-0. But sustained pressure for Nantucket. That's the first time we've seen that this afternoon in the Red Hawks zone. And so both teams with a line change here. And the face-off to the left of the goaltender, Huntington, in the Red Hawks end. Lower to take the draw against Baroni for Barnstable. Whalers rip it around the boards along the near side. Barnstable, though, able to pick it up, and that's De Silva with a headman pass. In over the line. With it is Hazard. Hazard, centering pass, no one there except for blue and white jerseys. Barnstable still able to control deep in the Nantucket end with 3:35 to go in the second, and Barnstable with a 5-0 lead. Back out to the near point. Here's De Silva with it, fires the shot. That one goes wide. Barnstable still with control in the Nantucket end. Both teams still at full strength, although it looks like Barnstable on the power play right now with the way they're controlling the puck in the Whalers' end. Whalers grab control and they look to skate out. They're right at the end of the shift, so Zadroga will carry it over the blue line, still with some steam on her skates. Zadroga loses control for a moment, now tries to skate in, is knocked off the puck there, and it's picked up by Bertling for Barnstable. King with it. Now the pass goes astray. Hazard looking to pick it up. Zadroga with it for Nantucket. She's been out on the ice for a long time, though, with 2:47 to play here in the second period. Back out to center ice, spinning away from trouble is King. King with it for Barnstable, gets to the blue line, passes it off to Hazard. Hazard leaves it there for Wing. Wing fires a shot, and that one sails wide. Still in the Nantucket end, though, as the Whalers are trying to clear with 2:30 to go. Puck sent to the near side. Fresh off the bench for Barnstable is Buckler. And that one is knocked around just to the left of the goaltender, Muse. Still in the Nantucket end. Whalers still trying to clear. They can't get it out. This is right now with it for Barnstable. De Silva fires a shot. That one deflected, and that one skips right through the crease to the far side of the ice. Barnstable has been in the Nantucket end for at least 50 seconds right now, just teeing off as Buckler has it once again. Now goes back to the blue line. De Silva with it, cross-ice pass. That shot is knocked off the leg of Lower. Feeling the effects of that one, but we go the other way. Here's Lower with it, fires a shot. That one saved by Huntington as she clears it out. Bailey Lower and Mason Lower, back-to-back opportunities right there for Nantucket. 95 seconds to go in the second period. In over the line is Bertling with it for Barnstable. She fires the shot that sails wide. And the Whalers pick it up in their own end, trying to clear the blue line. They can't get it out. A 5-0 lead for Barnstable. 1:20 to go in the second period. Penalty upcoming here against the Whalers as the whistle blows with 1:17 to play. And this will be either a boarding or an interference call against the Whalers. And so Barnstable will go on the power play. Sarah O'Banion headed to the box. Not a happy camper right now, but definitely guilty. And they will call 2 minutes for interference. So Barnstable again with a power play opportunity. As Sarah O'Banion will take a seat. Alyssa McEnany with the hat trick so far for Barnstable takes the draw. Whalers win it though, as they are shorthanded looking to clear as we're down to 1:08 to play here in the second period. McEnany with the puck. Dipsy-doos around a couple Nantucket defenders. Centering pass, no one there. There's a shot in that's blocked by Nantucket. Can they clear? They bang it along the boards, and they do. Great job on defense by Holland. Barnstable looking to reset on the power play, which has 1:30 left. Only 46 seconds to go in the second, though. This shot, and that one is deflected and goes right past Muse into the back of the net. It's a goal for Penelope Baroni, and this senior scores the 6th goal of the afternoon for Barnstable with 43.3 seconds to go in the second period. It's now the Red Hawks 6 and the Whalers nothing. A power play goal for Barnstable with 43 seconds to play here in the second period. And a tough break right there, as it looked like Muse might have been screened on the play, and it skipped right past her. And it's another power play goal for Barnstable. Whalers with it in the final 35 seconds. McEnany with it for Barnstable. And just watch her skate, wearing number 9, wearing red, looking like Gordie Howe from way back in the day with the Red Wings uniform. Nantucket has it though, and here's Mizzarelli in over the line. Mizzarelli with a shot, and that one sails wide. And Barnstable able to clear it out of harm's way with just 12 seconds to go in the second period. Redhawks will send it to center ice. Nantucket right there. And as the final seconds tick down, Redhawks will go to the locker room with a comfortable lead as the puck sent in on Muse. Buzzer sounds, and we've reached the end of the second period here at the Bog on Nantucket. Well, Barnstable adds 2 more goals, and at the end of 30 minutes of play here on this Saturday afternoon, it's now the Redhawks 6 and the Whalers nothing. We'll take a timeout, be back with the third period right after these words. This is the Nantucket Sports Connection on NCTV. We'll be back after this.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And way under control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us, be a part of our community.
When you add resilient gardens to your outdoor spaces, you contribute to the long-term well-being of the island. Introduce yourself to the Nantucket Footprints virtual garden tours and find inspiration to cultivate biodiversity. The first tour of a native meadow, curated by the Nantucket Conservation Foundation, is now available for free at nantucketfootprints.org.
Back out to Perry for three. Good! Nice rebound by Jaquan Francis into Halleck again. Whalers streak ahead, 2-on-1 shot. Score! That got inside the post. The clear Whalers shot. Save! Paul Allen! Face 2-1. Puts it up from half court. Good! Justin Boyce! Front. Gotta score! Pekarczyk was able to lift it up from Oklahoma. Third dribble. Pass. Quincy Sullivan with a good looking shot and hits. Gets in and scores! Halleck denies. Halleck denies again. Shot saved. Griffin Starr. Into it. Aguilar, nice little fake. Runs up and puts it in. Streaks ahead, shot, score! Just like that, baby! That's what I'm talking about!
Welcome back to the Bog here on Nantucket. 6-0 our score. Barnstable on top of the Whalers as 15 minutes are up on the board. We're just about ready to start period number 3. I'm DC Collins. Thanks for joining us here on the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV and YouTube, no matter where you're watching us from around the world. Thanks to Sean Davis, our videographer, and also Chris Morris, who started off the game with the first period. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow as the boys hockey team looks to put a cap on league play and clinch a Maritime Division League title against Monomoy and Mashpee. And it will also be the senior recognition game. The Whalers won the first meeting off island 6-4. Hope you can join us here on the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV as we celebrate the seniors and hopefully a league title. Puck drops at 2 o'clock tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time here from the Bog in Nantucket. Our coverage will begin a little after 1:30 p.m. as we recognize the seniors right here on the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV. So we are just about set to go. 6-0 our score, Barnstable. And don't forget, as Nantucket moves throughout the playoffs in different sports, girls basketball, boys hockey, we will be here for a majority of the home games right here on NCTV 18 as the playoffs commence and hopefully the weather gets warmer. Reminder, keep your eye on number 9 in red for Barnstable, Alyssa McEnany. She's got a hat trick so far this afternoon. One of the speedier players for Barnstable right now, and someone to watch as this season goes along. She is a senior, but might be able to do some damage for this Red Hawks hockey team as the playoffs get underway in the MIAA. Whalers in their white jerseys, trimmed in blue with blue numerals and letters, skating left to right across your TV screen and computer screen as the third period is underway. Barnstable with a 6-0 lead. For Nantucket right now, this is Lower with it, leaves it off there for Miserelli along the far side, back to the point to Zadroga. Fires a shot that gets knocked down, but a turnaround shot there by Lower, and that save made by Huntington. 33-7 shots on goal through the first two periods in favor of Barnstable, with a fresh sheet of ice out there. Nantucket still holds it in the zone. This is Zadroga with it. Now the puck along the far side. McEnany will just clear it out to center ice as Nantucket will look to reset. Sent into the near side. Here's King with it for Barnstable. Sends it around the back of the net. 14-14 to go in the third period. Barnstable with a 6-0 lead. And over the line, McEnany. McEnany skating around the defender. Now leaves it off this time for Mines. Tries to fire a shot, that one deflected. Goes back out to the blue line along the near side. Whalers trying to clear, and they do so out to neutral ice, send it all the way down. And that goes in on the goaltender, Huntington, who will just steer it aside. Wholesale line change now for Nantucket. 5 pairs of fresh legs out on the ice for the Whalers. As Barnstable goes for a line change as well. With it is Hazard. She has a couple of goals this afternoon herself. Hazard skates around the defenders. Now goes back behind the net. Gives chase, now leaves it off there for Baroni. Puck sent along the near side in the Whalers' end as Nantucket looks to clear, and they do get it back out to center ice. 13:20 remaining in the third period, a 6-0 lead for Barnstable. They led 4-0 after one, and 6-0 after 2 periods of play. Sent back in behind Muse, the goaltender for the Whalers. Nantucket looking to clear out, and they do so as it's deflected all the way down, slowly in on Huntington, and she'll just let it go to the side. Icing is waved off. A battle of 18s behind the net as Holland for Nantucket goes up against Baroni. Now back out to center ice. Chibnik with it for the Whalers. Tries a centering pass. It goes off of Patterson. Patterson still trying to keep up with it. It gets lost in her skates and now finally sent back in by Sophia Yelverton. So some of the second and third line players getting a majority of the ice time here early on in this third period as we're down to 12:28 to go in the third. And the Red Hawks still with a 6-0 lead. Along the near side, Whalers have it. Clear it all the way down, and icing is waved off as it was tipped by a Barnstable player. Lost in the skates right there by Baroni. Centering pass, and a shot actually from a bad angle on the goal line. That skips through the crease. Puck flutters right in the slot. Cleared out of there by Spagone. Whalers still trying to hold it in. And now Barnstable cleared to the line but not out. Nice job holding it in there by Chibnik. Now loses it. It's a 3-on-2 for Barnstable if they hurry. Here comes Holden and over the line. Loses control of the puck. Bertling will give chase in the far corner for Barnstable. Now it's picked up in the corner by Holden. Holden tries to get it back out to the point. Intercepted there by Groh, the sophomore for the Whalers. But she loses it in her skate and now trips up Holden. And that will be a penalty upcoming against the Whalers. Delayed calls, Barnstable still has control. Right in the slot with it. And now a whistle, and that will stop play. And another penalty called against the Whalers with 11:17 to go in the third. Barnstable will have another power play opportunity, up 6-0. And because it's a 6-0 score, the clock will continue to roll here as the mercy rule is in effect here at the Bog on Nantucket. They have not put the penalty up on the board yet. But Nantucket is skating with 4 players, and now they do. So a tripping call against Estella Groh, the sophomore of Nantucket. She's in the box for 2 minutes. Down to 10:43 to go here in the third period. Barnstable on the power play with a 6-0 lead. Whalers come away with it with a full head of steam. Look out as Miserelli skates her way all the way through the neutral zone over the blue line. Miserelli going to the backhand, fires a shot, and that one is deflected up high. Good job on defense by Barnstable's De Silva to get back and knock away that puck. Red Hawks send it all the way down. In on Muse. And she covers it up. And a whistle stops play momentarily, even though the clock still runs with 10:03 to go in the third. Power play clock will continue to run as well. Barnstable with 60 seconds to go on their power play, 9:50 to go here in the third period. Barnstable up 6-0. Centering pass, and that's knocked away by Barrett. And the Whalers will clear all the way down. Giving chase for Barnstable is Emma DeSilva, the freshman. 43 seconds to go on the Red Hawks power play. Sends it up to her own blue line. And now here's McEnany once again. Skating down the center of the ice over the blue line, centering pass. That one knocked away by Muse, still loose near the crease and cleared away to the far side. McEnany picks it back up, spins away from the defender, Zadroga. Spinning away once again as she gets away from Zadroga. Zadroga finally picks up the puck, clears it back out to the line, but not out. 14 seconds to go on the power play for Barnstable. Just over 9 minutes to go in the third period. Barnstable with a 6-0 lead. 3 seconds left to go, and here comes Grove for Nantucket. Out of the box, joins the 4 to make 5. We're back to full strength 5-a-side hockey. Centering pass, that misses everyone. Here's McEnany, though, with it in the high slot. Tries to get it down low. And Mines is taken down for Barnstable. No calls, the clock still runs with 8:39 to go here in the third period. McEnany with it, top of the right circle. McEnany making some moves, now another shot. That one flies high up in the air as Mines took it. No one can find it in their skates. Whalers now control, send it back out to the line, but not out. Here's Braley with it, she fires a shot. That one's knocked down by a skate. And King with it for Barnstable. Loses control. Whalers trying to clear, they can't do so. They can't get it out of their own end. As we're down to 8:05 to go in the third period, Barnstable still with a 6-0 lead. As the puck is sent all the way down by the Whalers. Deflected though, so no icing will be called. Both teams go for a line change as King picks it up behind her own net. Sends it out to neutral ice along the far side. Barrett right there for Nantucket. Gives it off to Yelverton, another sophomore for the Whalers. Now to Fox. Fox fires it in, mishandled there by Huntington, but a bunch of red jerseys there to collect the rebound. Down to 7:33 to go in the third period. Loose puck in the Nantucket end. First one to get there with a head of steam is Baroni. And she gets taken down. No call there. Whalers will clear it down the ice. And icing will be called against Nantucket. Again, we're in the mercy rule, so the clock still runs. 6-0 Barnstable on top. 7:13 remaining here in the third period. And again, a reminder, our next broadcast here on the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV will be tomorrow. 2 o'clock, the puck drops here at the Nantucket Bog. The boys hockey team will take on Monomoy Mashpee. It is Senior Recognition Day. So those ceremonies will start around 1:30 in the afternoon. Puck drop at 2 o'clock. You can make it out here to the Bog. If not, tune in, Comcast Channel 1072, Nantucket Sports Connection, NCTV, and also on YouTube. Chris Morris will have the call in the final regular season game for Nantucket. And of course, they've got a home playoff game. We'll have them for you right here on NCTV. Barnstable with the puck just in over the blue line for Nantucket. Knocked back out to center ice. Now with it for the Whalers, here's Barrett swinging around the boards along the near side. Fox right there will clear it all the way down. Here's Spagone chasing it for Barnstable, plays it off the boards behind her own net. Up along the far side, it's wing back to Spagone. Spagone will send it all the way down, and this will have enough steam for icing, so the face-off will come back in the Red Hawk zone. Clock still running with 5:50 to go here in the third period, and Barnstable up by a score of 6-0. Huntington in net in red for Barnstable, face off to her right. Bailey Lower, one of the captains, the senior for Nantucket, takes the face off. It's won though by Holden instead. Here comes Barnstable. Buckler, the freshman, leaving it there for Bertling, gets it lost in her skates. Still a battle for the puck inside the left circle. And now up along the boards. Bodies being pushed around, and the puck trickles out to center ice once again. Spinning with it is King at her own blue line for Barnstable. Cross ice pass to De Silva. Sends it up ahead. Nice pass and a shot. That one by Muse. It deflects off her pad, and she covers up to make the save as the whistle stops play here in the third period. Again, mercy rule is in effect, so that's why the clock is still running. As we're down to 4:43 to play here in the third period. And a 6-0 lead for the Redhawks. They led 4-0 after one period, added 2 more in the second period. So far, Nantucket doing a good job on defense, not letting up a goal here in the third. Moving in with it is Holden. That one gets sticked aside. Another shot in. That one hits a few skates and deflects to the near side. Whalers out of their own zone. Up ahead, here's Holland with it. Holland crisscrossing with Patterson. Holland had it for a moment. Gets it back. Bodies hit the boards as O'Banion goes flying. O'Banion still having a tough time getting up on her skates. 3:55 to go in the third. And now a penalty upcoming. And a roughing call. And so Nantucket will be shorthanded once again. And Barnstable will go on the power play. 6-0 lead for the Redhawks. And O'Banion in the box, 2 minutes for roughing for Nantucket. Face-off back in the Whalers' end. To the right of the freshman goaltender, Ruby Muse, who's done a good job considering the situation here today. Puck loose right at the blue line. Here's a breakaway short-handed opportunity for Lower. And the speed we mentioned, number 9 McEnany coming back and just pushing Lower off of that puck. And now Barnstable with the power play. In over the line with it. Here's Braley. Braley gets by one defender, centering pass as she was looking for Mines. That one cleared back out to the line, but not out. 1:30 to go on the power play for Barnstable. 2:40 to go in the hockey game. Barnstable up 6-0. Whalers looking to clear and possibly get a shorthanded goal before it ends here. McEnany goes back to pick it up. Wearing number 9 in red, plenty of ice to work with. Up ahead to Braley. Braley in over the blue line in the Whalers' end, gets by one defender. Braley centering pass, and she tried to get it on to Mines' stick, but it was deflected away, and the Whalers clear back out to neutral ice. 55 seconds to go on the Redhawks power play. Just over 2 minutes to go in the game. Barnstable up 6-0. Over the line, Sonovan wraps it around the Whalers' goal behind the net. Whalers pick it up, try to use the boards to clear it out, but they can't do so. Still loose right at the blue line and now back out to center ice. Here's Mason Lower, the junior, firing a high shot, and that one skips off the top of the crossbar to the far side. Barnstable with the puck in their own end right at the blue line. They clear it out. 22 seconds to go on the Redhawks power play, and 1:33 to go here in the hockey game. McEnany with it for Barnstable. Has a hat trick today. Still with it. Being pressured there by Holland. Gets it off. And now out of the box. And back to 5-a-side hockey. Sophia Yelverton, the sophomore, is on the ice for Nantucket. We're back to full-strength hockey. With just under a minute to go in the third period, Barnstable with a 6-0 lead. Redhawks with it in their own end. McEnany with it, gets taken down this time by Patterson. And no calls, the officials will let them play. Holland with it for the Whalers. As we're down to just over 30 seconds left to go in the game. Whalers just looking for a goal, a prayer, a miracle to get one before the game's over. That shot deflected wide of the net. Still in the Barnstable end. Baroni with it. Maroney being worked over there by Yelverton. And now it goes to the far corner. Sonovan with it with just 6 seconds to play. She will clear it all the way down, and that'll just about do it here at the Bog on this Saturday afternoon as Barrett picks it up. But the buzzer sounds, and the final score this afternoon, Barnstable shuts out Nantucket by a final score of 6-0. McEnany with a hat trick in the first period. Barnstable scored 4 goals in the first, 2 in the second. Nantucket did a good job in the third period, not giving up any goals, but Barnstable just way too tough, and they overmatched Nantucket by not giving up any goals this afternoon, and the Red Hawks win it by a final score of 6-0 as both teams go through the line for the handshakes here at the Bog on this Saturday afternoon. I want to remind you our next broadcast will be tomorrow. Nantucket boys hockey team in their final regular season game here at home at Senior Recognition Day. They will take on Monomoy Mashpee at the Senior Recognition game tomorrow. The Whalers won the first meeting off Island 6-4. So if you can't make it out to the Bog here on Nantucket, join us on the Nantucket Sports Connection, YouTube, and also NCTV. Our coverage will begin right around 1:30 tomorrow, right before the Super Bowl. So you got plenty of time to watch our game before the Super Bowl. 2 o'clock will be the face-off here at the Bog. Chris Morris will have the call for you then. Final score today here at the Bog, Barnstable 6 and Nantucket 0. My name is DC Collins. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Nantucket Sports Connection. It's been a presentation of Whaler Sports. The final once again, Barnstable 6, Nantucket 0. For Sean Davis, also Chris Morris, and everyone at NCTV, my name is DC Collins. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great afternoon, Whalers Nation.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.